Hey, everybody, it's Kirk, and I just want to talk to you about your empath gift. I've had quite a number of people come to me recently and talk to me through lots of different directions, but they're talking to me and asking me the question, how come there are so many empaths? They're on the verge of depression, or let's just call it moody, bummed out, having struggles with things about life. But really, empaths have the ability to be sensitive to solutions, but they also have sensitivity to the problems. And see, an unhealthy empath gets really fixated on problems, and a healthy empath gets fixated on solutions. And so it's one of the main differences I see between empaths, a healthy and an unhealthy empath. And so when an unhealthy empath gets fixated on problems, oh man, they can swirl all the way down to where literally they feel like they're trapped. And so I want to just jump in here today. It's Saturday night. Just want to just give a message out there to all of you who are like me, who have that empathic gift. And I have to manage it because it's good to be able to sense the problem, but you got to fixate on the solution. And it's good to fixate on the problem when you're looking for the source of the problem. But then when you find the source, get out of there and start working on the solution, because there's all kinds of, problems in the world, and you got to be careful not to get so consumed with that, or you will slip and slide all the way down into depression. Now, if you sense that one of your children are empathic, they're sensitive, they can feel, they can pick up on people and understand people at a deep level, you need to help them understand the difference between what fixation is on problems or solutions. And most kids are not trained, who are empathic, are not trained by their parents on how to fixate on a solution to fix the problem. So you got to help them be opportunists, right? Help them be optimistic, help them think about ideas, how to solve things. And if your friend is the same way, if your friend is like, whoa, man, I'm just bummed out, I'm like on the verge of depression, you need to bring it out to them and say, hey, you're probably fixating on problems. You need to get into the planning for solutions. Now, this is what you can do. If they can't get out of being fixated on problems and they can't start to focus on the solutions, what you do is you get them a pad of paper and hand them a pen and say, hey, you need to dump all of your negative thoughts, all your worries, all your concerns, and get it all on paper. And then when they get it all out on paper, I would suggest to them, tear it off, throw it away. Don't share it with anybody, just so that they can have a place to relieve their mind of all the things that are on their mind. Then they can write down the problems that they want to fix. See, the first time, I think it's like a really big, important emotional clearing that they do. And then they can make a new list the second time around of the problems that they're ready to work on. Now, if you empower that empath, or you empower yourself to start thinking, what could be some solutions for each one of these problems? You can start to activate that cool part of you that has the sensitivity and the insight to be able to solve all kinds of problems for people and for yourself. But you got to control that whole fixation on the inside, because I'm meeting people who are super fixated on all the problems, and they're just low on energy, they're moody, and they've got all kinds of personal issues, and they can't figure out what the problem is. And it's like, you're fixated. You got to get your mind off of that and into solution mode. Now, here's something else I use that really helps me. I don't know if you're into using nature to help you, but if you're an empath, you're super connected to nature. So here's something I use. This is it's a product from doTERRA called Adaptive. And it's got a mix or a blend of particular oils from nature that are super good to like calm me down. So if you don't have any, reach out to me and I'll tell you where to get it. And Adaptive, but this is also another big one for me, a huge one, is Balance. And the reason why I like Balance is because it has a lot of tree oil in it from different trees all brought together about the root system of the tree. And so what it does is it helps really calm me down and really causes me to feel connected. And that really helps me move from being fixated on problems to being fixated on solutions. So I wanted to just jump on here, show you those two things. Number one, the unloading on the paper. And if you are in that bummed out or you're sliding down the slide type of mood, you have to do something different. You can't think it's going to fix itself. And when you go to fix yourself, you have to turn your mind and go the other direction. You have to fixate on solutions. What could you do to fix that problem? And if you're like, well, I don't know, you get super creative and ridiculous with your ideas just to start and generate that creativity to move. Because if your creativity dies, man, you're going to feel so empty inside, because that's part of your gift. Part of being an empath is having that creativity to solve problems. That's what it's used for. Yeah, you can sense people and read people, but you got to jump into the problem solving. Man, I remember when I was caught in that fixation of problems, man, you get into depression really fast. So if somebody you know who has empathic abilities is struggling, they're fixated on the downward slide, help them fixate on the ladder up. Just like imagine a slide at the playground. There's a slide and there's a ladder. And we got to be able to look at both, but not always be going down the slide. That's not good. Not good at all. Help them fixate on the ladder to pull themselves out of it, right? Okay, so if your friend or if you or somebody you know is all stuck on the slide or going down the slide, there's not something wrong with you. It's not something wrong with you. What's going on is the direction of your thinking. Turn your thinking, and that changes you. Fixate on problem solving. Fixate on solving, just being creative and coming up with ridiculous ideas. Turn your thinking, and it'll turn your life around. Turn your thinking, it'll turn your life around. So, okay, don't let yourself go down that slide and get all down in there in that deep, dark depression stuff. And if you are down in that deep, dark stuff, man, be careful, because all those negative voices will start getting in your head. That just trash talk will get in your head, and it will mess with you bad. So if you're in the trash talk zone, you got to get listening to some good music. Trash talk, you need help from the outside. And I turn to music with good lyrics. Boom, just changes the direction of my mind. Okay, out there was like, man, I need something. So I thought I'd show up. Okay, talk to you again soon. I'm going to start showing up more. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.